Have you ever thought that being too nice might be hurting your chances of getting a relationship? Today we're going to talk about the nice guy conundrum. These guys think they are the perfect partners, the kind of guy every woman wants. But is this just them trying to stand out? Or does this attitude hurt their chances more than the jerk mentality they often criticize? We are going to talk about an interesting idea from old Stoicism that might change the way you talk to women. Stoicism is a way of thinking that is based on the ideals of wisdom and bravery. Justice and balance makes us think about how we act when we want to be the nice guy. We'll explore how being overly agreeable can sometimes lead to a lack of genuine connection and respect. By applying Stoic principles, you can cultivate a more balanced approach where your actions are not just about being nice, but about being wise, and just this shift not only improves your relationships but also aligns you more closely with your core values, leading to a more fulfilling life. So whether you felt overlooked despite your nice, or you're simply curious about enhancing your interpersonal dynamics through Stoicism, this video is for you. Make sure to hit that like button if you find these insights helpful, subscribe to stay updated with more wisdom-packed content, and share this video with friends who might also benefit from a Stoic approach to relationships. Now let's begin. Number 1, being nice isn't everything. Many nice guys fall into the trap of believing that their kindness should automatically earn them a romantic relationship. This belief, while well-intentioned, often leads to disappointment. Stoicism tells us to be good without expecting a certain result. Being polite and respectful is great, but it doesn't always lead to a romantic interest. Being kind is a great trait, but it doesn't automatically lead to love. If you're only focused on being the nice guy, women might not like you as much. Maybe they like nice guys and think they'd make great friends and listeners, but that doesn't mean they're attracted to them romantically. Just being nice doesn't make a relationship exciting. It doesn't create the friction or chemistry that works for a relationship. Remember that being nice shouldn't come with the hope of romance. Thinking otherwise can seem unattractive or even dishonest. From a Stoic point of view, it's important to remember that your actions should be based on virtue and honesty, not on the hope of a certain result. It's a red flag if you're nice just to get someone to like you. Are you really kind, or are you just using kindness as a strategy? This way of doing things can come off as dishonest and manipulative, which is bad for real relationships. A calm man is good and kind because it's the right thing to do, not because he wants something in return. Marcus Aurelius, a famous Stoic philosopher, said that it was important to act with good goals no matter what. When you apply this to your relationships with women, it means being polite and kind without asking anything in return. Real kindness is selfless and doesn't have any conditions. Many nice guys keep getting passed over because they wait for their kindness to be recognized, which it rarely is. Instead of focusing only on being nice, try developing other traits that make you a more well-rounded person. Having faith. Being assertive and having a sense of purpose can make you more attractive when combined with kindness. For example, if you like someone and always go out of your way to do nice things for her, like buying her coffee or helping her with her projects, she might appreciate your efforts, but if you never say what you want or show romantic interest, she might never see you as more than a friend. On the other hand, if you combine your kindness with confidence and make your intentions clear, you create the chance for a deeper connection. For example, you like someone and always go out of your way to do nice things for her, like buying her coffee or helping her with her projects. She might appreciate your efforts, but if you never tell her you like her or show any romantic interest, she might never see you as more than a friend. On the other hand, if you combine your kindness with confidence and make your intentions clear, you open the door to a deeper relationship. Linking up being nice is a good start and can open many doors, but it's not the key to a woman's heart, especially if you want something in return. Instead, follow the Stoic philosophy of doing good things just because they're good, and work on becoming a well-rounded person. That way, your kindness will be real, and you'll be more likely to make relationships that are meaningful and fulfilling. Second, don't hide who you are. Nice guys often hide their true selves around women, but this goes against the principles of Stoicism. As a Stoic, you should try to live in line with your true nature by embracing your authentic self, Think about how you act when you're with your friends. Lively, confident, and sharing your interests. Laughing and loving the attention is when you're being real, and it's attractive. But there are a lot of nice guys out there. When they're with someone they like, they suddenly try too hard to be the good guy, avoiding any behavior that might come across as pushy or selfish. This change, which is meant to be helpful, usually backfires. Women usually know when someone isn't being honest. They're not interested in someone who hides who they really are, acts too passively, or tries too hard to please. Women like people who are real. They want to be around someone who has interesting things to say, can laugh, and isn't afraid to be themselves. If you were on a date, you might feel like you have to agree with everything the other person says, or avoid talking about your interests, because you think they might not find them interesting. But when you were out with a group of friends, the conversation flowed easily. You joked around, shared your thoughts without filtering them, and didn't worry about impressing anyone. The second situation is tiring and can't last. An important Stoic philosopher named Marcus Aurelius wrote that in his thoughts, we should be honest with ourselves and not try to be someone we're not. Never think that something will help you if it makes you break your promise or lose respect for yourself. This advice can be used in every part of life, even in partnerships. When you hide who you really are, you lose respect for yourself and set the stage for dishonesty in any potential relationship. So don't try to fit a certain image. Just be yourself. If she doesn't like you for who you are, it probably wasn't meant to be. But when you stop hiding who you are, you're more likely to get noticed and make real connections. You'll be more attractive, more fulfilled, and last longer if you embrace your uniqueness, stay true to your values, and let your true self shine through. Don't just wait for a chance. Are you always letting her make the decisions? Are you waiting for your crush to notice you and make the first move? This is a common mistake among nice guys. They invest a lot of time and effort into someone they like, then sit back and hope she will initiate something. However, most women appreciate someone who takes the lead. If you're interested in someone, you need to show it by being confident and straightforward. Let's face it, if you're always on the sidelines waiting for her to make the first move, you might never get noticed. Confidence is attractive, and showing that you can take charge of the situation reflects a strong, appealing character. Imagine a scenario where you've been admiring a woman from afar. You think about her constantly and try to be around her, hoping she'll see your value and make the first move. But here's the thing. You're putting your happiness in someone else's hands. This isn't just about dating. It's about taking control of your life. The Stoics believed in taking responsibility for our actions and not leaving things to chance. Don't relegate yourself to the background in your relationships. You won't get anywhere by just waiting on the sidelines. You should be aggressive and take the lead. If things don't work out, you'll know you gave it your all. Fear of being turned down can stop you in your tracks. But remember that doing nothing is the real enemy. By stepping up, you're not only showing that you're interested, but also that you're willing to take risks for what you want. Every time you do this, you're practicing resilience and courage, which are both important for personal growth. During a party, if you like someone, don't just wait in the corner for her to come talk to you. Instead, confidently walk up to her, introduce yourself, and start talking. Being pushy isn't the point. The point is to show that you want to take charge of your life. Stoics taught that we should focus on what we can control and let go of what we can't. You can control your actions and decisions, but not how someone else will react. By taking the lead, you're practicing self-reliance and courage, which are important parts of Stoic philosophy. This way of thinking can be used in all areas of life, not just romantic relationships. When you take the lead in life, you increase your freedom and decrease the stress that comes from not knowing what will happen. Even if the result isn't what you wanted, you've learned from it and become more determined to live a moral life. Remember that being a nice guy doesn't mean being passive. It means being respectful and kind, but also strong and assertive in your own life. So the next time, don't wait for a chance to come up. Make one yourself. Show your interest, take the lead, and embrace the Stoic virtue of courage. Even if things don't go as planned, you'll be happy knowing you lived your values and chose your own path. When you live an honest and brave life, You have to leave your comfort zone and take big steps toward your goals. Every time you act with purpose, you make yourself stronger and more resilient. Don't fall too quickly. Do you fall in love with every pretty woman you see? This happens a lot. When nice guys fall for a trap, it can be disappointing and frustrating. Nice guys often make too many commitments too soon. They get excited when they meet someone attractive and make a commitment before they really know the person. But the truth is that most women might not be the right match for you when you're looking for a partner. In fact, 99% of women won't fit with your personality. Focus on a woman's looks at first. When you're desperate for a relationship, you might fall for anyone. But women aren't usually attracted to men who are quick to fall in love. They meet a lot of those kinds of men, so it's not a unique trait. Instead, women are drawn to men who keep their distance and aren't immediately captivated by a woman's beauty. These men don't rush to compliment her too much or do a lot of favors. Instead, they let her come to them. So, hold back a bit. Just because someone is physically attractive doesn't mean they're right for you or even worth pursuing. Let us connect this to the ideas of the Stoics. Self-control and being wary of first impressions are things that the Stoics teach us. It's easy to get excited and emotional when you meet someone attractive, but a Stoic would tell you to take a step back and think about it logically. Are you interested in this person for who they are, or are you just reacting to how they look? For example, if you meet a beautiful woman at a party and immediately notice her, you should think about what you want to say to her and how you can help her. Change how you do things. Talk to her about her interests and values and see if they match yours. Show that you're interested in her as a person, not just as something you want. This will set you apart from the many men who fall in love too quickly, and it will also give you the chance to build a relationship based on mutual respect and understanding. By slowing down and exercising self-control, you'll be able to make better decisions and build healthier relationships. Remember that true attraction is more than just how someone looks. It's about finding someone who shares your values and can help you grow as a person. So the next time you're attracted to someone's looks, think about what they mean to you. If you want to make deeper connections with someone, don't just check off the boxes. If you ask a woman exactly what she wants in a partner, she might say that she wants someone sensitive, a good listener, or supportive. It's easy for nice guys to hear this and try to become the perfect example of sensitivity and attentiveness that they think women desire. However, women often only share part of what they're really looking for. They might not articulate the need for chemistry, excitement, or the feeling of being challenged because these are more intuitive wants. So while you're busy checking off the boxes of being the perfect listener or the most caring friend, you might miss out on the deeper connection that's what they're really attracted to. Being kind and understanding women want to be with someone who makes them laugh, sparks their romantic interest, and gives off an air of intelligence and confidence. For example, a man who listens carefully, remembers everything, and is always available is admirable, but doesn't necessarily create a spark. Women want more than just kindness from a relationship. They want to feel excited. In Stoicism, it's important to be true to yourself and live in harmony with nature and reason. To apply this to relationships, stop trying to change yourself into a list of traits you think will make you more attractive. Instead, focus on being your true self. If you're naturally caring, let that shine, but also show your other qualities, your hobbies, your sense of humor, and your self-assurance. A Stoic knows that honesty and inner virtue are more desirable than any showy exterior. It's not only tiring but also impossible to keep trying to fit into someone else's ideal. Instead, just listen, sharing your thoughts and opinions with confidence by nodding during a talk. This shows that you have your own point of view and aren't afraid to say it. This doesn't mean being rude or uncaring. It means being real and interested. Laugh. When you interact with someone with genuine interest and enthusiasm, it shows that you're sure of who you are. Women like men who are comfortable in their own skin and don't just try to please them, but also challenge and excite them. Instead of strictly adhering to a list of traits, focus on making a real connection and romantic tension. Your best qualities will shine brightest when there's already an attraction, letting her fully appreciate you in the context of a romantic interest. Remember that a true Stoic man is self-aware and confident, not just a nice guy trying to meet all the expectations. If you've read this far and are still interested, please take a moment to comment below. Do not be nice anymore. This simple action shows that you really understand the message we've been talking about. Your input is greatly appreciated and shows that you're dedicated to your own growth. Let's go deeper and keep talking about it. Number 6. Don't show off your money. Do you think that showing off your money will make you more attractive to women? It's true that being financially stable can be beautiful. Showing off your money won't win you real love. Take your nice car as an example. Most women are more interested in who you are when you get out of the car than what you drive. In the Stoic tradition, a nice guy doesn't become a confident partner just because he drives a fancy car. True security and self-worth don't come from things outside of yourself. Marcus Aurelius said that the soul is colored by its thoughts. This means that your character and the way you act speak louder than anything you own. Having faith, humility, and self-respect are far more impactful than any display of wealth. Imagine 2 scenarios in the first. You pick up a date in your luxury car flaunting your designer clothes and expensive watch, but you spend the evening talking only about your possessions and achievements in the second scenario. You drive a modest car, wear simple, well-kept clothes, and engage in meaningful conversation, listening attentively, and showing genuine interest in your date's thoughts and feelings. Which one do you think will leave a lasting impression? Using your financial status as a lure can backfire. People will notice, and not in a good way. Women can tell when you're trying to buy their affection, and it can come across as insincere and superficial. Real connections are built on personal qualities, not your bank account, instead of relying on your wallet. Focus on developing your inner virtues, such as integrity, kindness, and resilience. These qualities are the foundation of true attractiveness and will help you form genuine, lasting relationships. So put away the designer labels and stop boasting about your assets. Follow the Stoic idea that what makes you valuable is not what you have, but who you are. If you focus on personal growth instead of material things, you'll not only become more attractive to women, but you'll also find more happiness and peace in your own life. Number 7. Don't wait for applause. Do you often tell people that you're a nice person? This is a common mistake. Being nice is something that good guys do because they want to be seen as different from bad guys. But bragging about being nice makes you look weak. Really nice men don't need to say they're nice. They don't want praise or rewards for their good behavior. So don't feel bad if women don't praise your niceness. If you choose to be nice, do it, because it's the right thing to do, not because you want something in return. The Stoics believed in doing good for its own sake, not for external validation. One of the great Stoic philosophers, Epictetus, said that we should focus on what we can control, like our own deeds and attitudes, instead of what other people will do. If you wait for praise or approval, you're putting your happiness in the hands of others, which the Stoics said you shouldn't do. For example, let's say you go out of your way to help a friend move. You spend the whole weekend moving heavy furniture and organizing their space. You expect a sincere thank you or some other kind gesture of appreciation. But what if that thank you never comes? If you offered your help in order to get praise, you would likely feel let down and even angry. But if you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do, the lack of praise would not affect your peace of mind. This is also true for how you treat women. If you're nice to them with the hope that they'll think you're better than other men or give you their love and care, you'll be let down. Being kind comes from being strong and sure of yourself, not from wanting to be liked. Take another look at Marcus Aurelius, Stoic philosopher who told himself to do good things without asking anything in return. He wrote, "Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you while you live. Do good things while you can." This wisdom tells us that life is short and that we should do good things for their own sake instead of waiting for praise. So how can you use this in your daily life? First, think about why you do good things. Are you doing them because you really want to help someone or because you hope to get something out of it? Do kind things without telling anyone about them. For example, if you're on a date, Don't keep track of how many times you've paid for dinner or done something nice hoping to get something in return. Instead, enjoy the moment and focus on being present and genuine. Over time, you'll find that this approach not only fits with Stoic principles but also builds true confidence and self-respect. Remember that the point of Stoicism is to develop a good character and live in harmony with nature. By doing good things without looking for praise, you free yourself from the chains of external validation and embrace the true power of inner peace and integrity. Number 8. If a girl asks you to do something, don't. If you're always saying yes, even if it bothers you, this is a common trap for nice guys who want attention and approval and think that by doing favors, they'll show how great they are and get attention. However, this strategy often backfires because doing favors all the time doesn't help your case. Instead, it can make you look desperate and unappreciated. Stoicism shows us how important it is to respect ourselves and set limits for ourselves. A Stoic man knows that his worth isn't based on how many favors he does for other people. He knows that true respect and affection are earned through character integrity and strength of mind. Mind-confident, self-respecting men don't depend on favors to get affection. They set clear personal boundaries and stick to them because they know that their time and energy are valuable. Let's look at an example. Your friend Alex is always there for his girlfriend Sarah whenever she needs help. Alex drops everything to help her, whether it's running errands, fixing things around her house, or even canceling plans to be with her. Alex always says yes. At first, Sarah appreciates Alex's willingness to help, but over time she starts to take it for granted and doesn't see him as a confident, self-respecting man, but rather as someone who's always there for her. Now think about another friend. John J.N. is also kind and helpful, but he knows when to say no because he has his own plans and values his own time. When Sarah asks John for a favor, he thinks about whether he can really help without breaking his own promises, and if he can't, he politely declines and offers to help at a later date. Sarah likes John because he is self-aware and doesn't mind setting limits. It's interesting that being able to say no can actually make a relationship stronger. If you value your own time and respect yourself, others are more likely to do the same. It shows that you have self-worth and aren't willing to be used. If you don't value your own time and respect yourself, don't expect her to either. This doesn't mean being selfish, but rather realizing that your own happiness and respect come first. By setting limits and appreciating your own time, you become a stronger, more confident person. This not only boosts your self-respect, but it also affects how others see and respect you. So the next time you want to say yes to everything, stop and think about whether it's really in your best interest. By doing this small act of self-respect, you'll find that your relationships and sense of self-worth will improve a lot. 9th move. Don't stay away from relationship games. Nice guys usually don't play games or get involved in relationships because they think that being honest and straightforward should be enough. They also don't like the subtle moves and tests that happen between partners because they think they are pointless or even dishonest. But the truth is that these interactions, which are often seen as games, are necessary for men and women both do these things, which help to build sexual chemistry and deepen attraction. From a Stoic point of view, it's important to know that while honesty and integrity are important virtues, navigating the complexities of human relationships often requires a nuanced approach at the start of any relationship. Whether it's lighthearted or serious, there's a bit of a dance where each person tries to gauge the other's interest without giving away too much too soon. This dynamic, which may seem like a game, serves a purpose in figuring out compatibility and mutual interest. Imagine a man John meets a woman named Emma. John, a nice guy, likes to be honest and open, so he tells Emma right away how he feels and what he wants, hoping that she will do the same in return. However, Emma, like many others, likes to get to know someone slowly. She likes the little things that show interest. By telling Emma everything too soon, John takes away the element of mystery and intrigue, which could make the relationship less exciting. Stoicism teaches us the value of moderation and balance. It's important to be genuine and true to yourself, but knowing how society works can help you form your own opinions. Avoiding romantic games at all costs, could mean that nice guys like John miss out on opportunities for deeper, more important connections. Realizing and respecting the natural flow of human contact to avoid being seen as dull or too predictable is what it's all about. It's not about lying or being manipulative. It's helpful to be open to the subtleties of dating. Take part in the playful chat. Allow the relationship to develop its own rhythm and enjoy the gradual reveal of interest. This doesn't compromise your honesty and actually makes it easier to connect on a deeper level. It would be easier if everything was clear from the start, but too much clarity can make things dull. Honesty is important in dating, but you should also know that people are naturally fun and strategic. If you do this, you'll not only improve your chances of finding love, but you'll also build a stronger, more fulfilling relationship with your partner. What's wrong with excuses? Nice guys often have a long list of reasons why women don't seem to like them. People think I'm too short, too skinny, or not pretty enough, but they're all wrong. It's possible for guys of all shapes, sizes, and looks to find love. Blaming your looks is just an easy way out. It can feel like you have no control over your dating life when you're shifting blame. However, how you see yourself and your confidence have more to do with your ability to attract women than any physical trait. Stoics tell us to pay attention to what we can change and let go of what we can't. You can't change your height, weight, or looks, but you can change how you act, how confident you are, and how you show yourself to the world. That's where real beauty lies. Take the example of a man who, even though he doesn't meet traditional standards of beauty, walks into a room with his head held high, starts conversations with real interest, and doesn't let what other people think of his flaws affect how he acts. People, including women, are drawn to him because of his confidence. Don't use how you look as an excuse. Instead, work on your confidence. This means facing your fears, stopping the negative things you say to yourself, and leaving your safety zone. Take care of yourself. Develop your hobbies and work on becoming the best version of yourself. If you do these things, you will become more attractive on a natural level, not because of changes to your body, but because of the strength and confidence you show from the inside. Remember that Stoicism tells us to develop our inner values. By improving your confidence and self-perception, you'll not only look better to women, but you'll also become stronger and more resilient. So stop making excuses and do it. Accept yourself as you are and work on the things you can change. This is the way to real self-improvement and the key to attracting the right people into your life. As we wrap up our discussion today, let's take a moment to really think about what we've learned about the problems that come with being the nice guy in relationships. Our study of old Stoicism has taught us that virtues like wisdom and justice are very important, and that being nice might not always lead to romantic results. Many people hope that Stoicism will teach them to be kind, but it teaches them to do good things without expecting a reward or a certain result. This philosophical view encourages us to be ourselves, showing that sincerity and a balanced approach, not a mask of neatness, are what really build respect and meaningful connections. If today's discussion of balancing genuine kindness with Stoic principles has touched you, please like the video and leave a comment with your thoughts or experiences. Also, make sure to watch the suggested videos on your screen for more talks on how to use Stoic wisdom in everyday life. Your support helps us grow and keep making useful videos. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips on how to connect with people in a deeper way.